What will you gain in framing people up? There are so many young people now suffering, languishing in prison because of a crime they did not commit. I do not know how most of you walk around knowing fully well that because of your lies, someone is crying. Because of your lies, someone somewhere is suffering. Because of your lies, someone lost their job. Someone lost their life. Someone lost their means of livelihood. Someone lost their identity. Yet, some of you had the audacity to still move around. What is it? Brothers and sisters, I'm still waiting to get to know the end of verse. Up through now, nothing. This happened a while ago, and fortunately, the accuser came out to confess of the crime that he committed. It's not a crime to love, sis. My brother did not commit any crime loving you. I would love you to listen to this. I would love you to listen to this. I don't know. How can you? Alright guys, we're going to react to this video. As it is playing, I would love us to watch the content together and we'll react to it. This is a South African woman narrating what happened some years ago. What she did to a Nigerian. Is this funny? Well, it is left for you to find out. Let's go.
I was 19 years old.
Please don't interrupt her, guys, please.
Yeah. Right?
No interruption, please.
Oh my God. I was 19 and he was 3 years older than me. And I mean, back then, we all know, even now, dating a Nigerian man is taboo. You know, you'll be called names and whatnot. And yeah, they will human traffic you, they will scam you, and all of those things. And I was still young. And then when he got me pregnant, I was forced to... Exactly, yeah, rape. Oh. Exactly. And that's what
you were
really
forced.
happened. Yes, and I was young and, you know, like I didn't have a choice.
By the state? Or by who?
Okay, by someone. Let's just say family. Let's just leave it like that. We can't say the state. We can't say yeah. So it was taboo. Usually in Nigeria and whatnot. It's a long story, but let me just cut it short. He was falsely accused of raping me while he didn't rape me. I wanted to tell the truth, and when I got the chance, he was arrested for about 7 or 8 months.
You were 19 years old. You are not a child. At 19, you know good, you know bad. You know the right, you know the wrong. And that's a young man, just 3 years older than you are. So at 19, 20, 21, 22. So he was just 22 years. And they told you what exactly? You knew that it would be a taboo to date him, yet you went ahead to sleep with him. When he was sleeping with you, you did not realize it was a taboo. Okay, let's proceed, please.
And he was arrested for about 7 or 8 months. Oh, and then I told the Batswani who were busy investigating the case, I told him, but this was my boyfriend and he's the father of this child. And then they said to us, okay, we need to wait for the child to be born. And if the DNA test comes positive or he's the father, then out of this case. Should he be lying, either he's the father of the child or he impregnated you while he didn't, as an example, he will be sentenced. And then the baby was born. They took the swab, go maternity ward, and they took a swab and the DNA test came back positive. Okay? You know what's sad? Then they let him go.
Guys, remember
and
I said
he went out.
No.
Yeah, and then he went out. Immediately when he came out, he went to Europe because obviously, like,
Yeah, traumatized.
you
He
know,
was
he's
traumatized,
and he came here because South Africa. He was not even a year old in South Africa. Little brother, he was still fairly new in South Africa. You know, his mother had to sell her shop for the lawyers and all of those things. Mama ha rekisa shop ya hae nona le yona ko Nigeria. The family they assisted so that he can get a good lawyer. And then he went to Europe. So all his life he has been in Europe. Then he moved to London, and then when he came back as Amahu Hlakanalina, I was already married at that time. And the honest truth, I told my beast husband that the father of my first child has passed away. So tell me, now I'm living a reality. My stories are a reality. Tell me if there's no woman who has done that and say, maybe for example, I don't want to talk about the father, I'll just tell the new husband, oh, Papa, it happens. We understand. So whether people judge me for that, that's my story and I'm going to own up to it. And then I said to him, Papa, because I didn't want to go into the, how do I tell another man for Maga? How do I go back and relive what I want to bury, what happened years back? And when the baby grew up, I said, your father passed away. And I didn't want to discuss this sensitive issue because I believe it's a sensitive issue.
It is not normal. Your story is irritating. It is irritating. Which woman? The fact that people sat there listening to this and they sat there doing meant that all of you are the same. Aye. This is wrong on so many levels. You accuse someone falsely and you are talking about it like this with no sense of remorse. This young man was jailed. He spent 1 year, more than 7 months of his life, and he was even less than 1 year in South Africa. A young man that came from Nigeria just to hustle. His only crime was the fact that he fell in love with you at 22 years. Brothers and sisters, please, just listen to this. Listen to the end. You'll be shocked.
This sensitive issue, because I believe it's a sensitive issue. And then guy, when he reached out to me and Kitlo Joanko, the late, yes, she saw the conversation. He has been trying to reach out to me since 2020. He would send me messages, Happy New Year, Happy Birthday. I literally didn't respond to him. Up until my husband passed away. 3 months after my husband passed away, why am I even calling him my husband? After Mduduzi passed away, he sent me a message and asked me what happened to your husband. Askis take heart. Then I said he was involved in a car accident. Then he said, we need to talk, but not now while you're still grieving. I respect him for that. He respected that I'm grieving. Yes. You understand? Everything. As I was busy posting, living this life with this husband, he was there, but he respected my marriage. And I respected my marriage. And yeah. And by the way, I broke his virginity.
Oh!
So
those are the best.
So I forgot to mention that before he left, he actually engaged me. He bought a ring for me. He proposed when I was 19. He proposed, and then he wanted address ko gae. Ke tlo tsho jwang ko gae ba sa mo batle. Do you understand? Then what else did I want to say? Yeah, he proposed to me, and then he left.
So his only crime was being born in a different country.
Yeah.
But you know.
Of course, it is a sensitive issue. When you were committing it, you didn't know you were carrying someone's child, and you accused this same person of raping you. What if it happened in a country where they kill rapists? Or he was jailed for life? What if he was beheaded? Will you be able to live with the guilt? At this point in time, will the guilt now become a sensitive issue? You don't want to talk about it because it is a past that you don't want to talk about. What an irresponsible thing to say. You knew the crime you committed. And of course, you also lied to your child that his father passed away. What sort of a mother are you? Yes, is you're a monster. Now monster they talk so. Now monster they talk. And I hope men out there are listening to this. And I hope women out there are listening to this. You later on admitted that he was your boyfriend. What about the years that he lost? His mother sold her shop just to make sure that they get a good lawyer. Even the sister. You ripped this family apart. His only crime was loving you. Oh, you South African woman. From this conversation, it is clear the kind of a person she is. Her late husband. What stops you from saying late husband? You are even saying, oh, why am I calling him my husband? Why am I saying my husband? Hey, God. Hey. What kind of a wife were you when he was alive? Anyway, that is not my problem. But it's obvious the kind of a person you are. I just hope this brother will have sense not to dine with you. That is, if he is not already dining with you, I just hope he will have sense enough to know the kind of a person you are. And why are they laughing? You even broke his virginity, which simply means you're even the one that wanted that relationship. So it will even be safe to say that you were the one that raped him. And you turned and accused him of raping you. And people are there seated and laughing. But no sensible human being laughs at this. There is nothing you said that is funny. Not even a single thing is funny here. The only thing disgusting is the fact that you are speaking with temerity and without shame. That is the only thing that I can pick from this. Thanks for telling the world the truth. I think this was aired about 7 months ago, and from that 7 months through now, we've not had anything from South Africa. Because if this had happened and it was to be another person, it wouldn't have been taken lightly. A lot of Nigerians are suffering, brothers and sisters. A lot of our brothers are going through this inhumane act, through these accusations for something they did not commit. And who knows, maybe they would have said, oh, how a Nigerian did this to a South African. Oh, how a Nigerian did this to a South African. Oh, how a South African was devoured by a Nigerian. I am not just saying this because the brother is a Nigerian. No man is worth going through this. You cannot accuse someone unjustly. You cannot accuse someone of such a crime when you know you lied. I want to talk to my sisters. If you are a sister listening to me, watching this content right now, search yourself. How many people have you accused wrongly? We live in a society whereby people feel that, oh, when a presentation is made and it's a man and a woman, that the likelihood that the woman is the one that is innocent is high. We need to stop that, especially in the Western world. Many of our young men face crime, face accusations, face alleged crimes that they did not commit. Thank God this one came out to confess. What about those that did not confess? There are some of our brothers in Europe dying in prisons, in America, dying in prisons, in Ghana, dying in prisons, in South Africa, dying in prisons, in Germany, dying in prisons for crimes they did not commit. I hope you will live with the guilt for the rest of your life. You say people are judging you. Why are people judging you? You killed a man emotionally. You bastardized his name. You destroyed his name. Thank God you realized that the trauma he went through was heavy. White women, black women, wherever you are, whoever you are, say no to wrong accusation.
Walking down the streets, feeling the breeze. In the sunshine state where dreams come with ease. Palm trees swaying with the ocean in view. This is the place where I always feel brand new. Sipping on a smoothie, chilling by the shore. Got my shades on, feeling like I can't be ignored. Sun kisses me,